Hello, my name is Gary Church. My company is Bay Area Health Solutions, where I specialize in developing comprehensive health plans for individual and families. This is my 23rd year of helping individual and families understand the complexity of our healthcare system. One thing I really take great pride in is helping folks like yourself navigate through our healthcare system and understand where the future of our healthcare system. And the whole purpose of this podcast and moving forward is to be able to help you understand changes that are taking place. We only look at what our current situation is. But do you really understand what our future situation is going to be? As our current administration, whether we agree with them or not, what changes are going to take place? What effect will that have on you? What effect will that have on your family? What help it your family members? There will definitely be an impact on our healthcare system. I have a mission statement. If you go onto my website, which is bayareahealthinsurance.com, I have a mission statement, which is to inspire, encourage positive change to better health and well-being. If you think about that statement, it's about us as individuals taking greater responsibility for our own health. The healthcare system is here to treat us, but here to give us a bill. And if you don't make the right choice, what is the financial consequence? If you really think about it, the only time we really truly use the healthcare system isn't just because we're not feeling well. It's because we have a major life-changing event, something happens in life. And I say, if you're not feeling well and you're going to see your doctor, great, go see your doctor. Guess what he's going to do? Exactly this. They're going to take your vitals, write your prescription, give you a bill until you go home. But it's really when you have a life-changing event, something that happens in a moment in time that can change your life forever, determine what that is. Through this podcast moving forward, since this is my first podcast doing this, my purpose is to help you and the folks that you know be able to make a better informed decision when it comes to your health care. Because guaranteed, our healthcare system is not going to do it. Is the government going to do it? No. What's going to be the future of our healthcare system? Are you ready for it? Those are things that are not being talked about. But it's important for you to be informed. So through my continuing podcast, which I want you to put a thumbs up and also subscribe. Why? Because I'm going to be bringing on other health professionals, doctors, who are actually seeing the changes within this whole industry. But the main thing is, what impact is that going to have on you? Because it will impact all of us. It's just to how much financially it's going to cost you. So my responsibility is to help you navigate through. I'm also here to be able to answer questions. So we are going to have question and answers, which I'd like to be able to get audience like yourself involved in those conversations. To me, again, it comes back to this simple thing. Do you understand what you have? Do you work for an employer that provides health insurance? Something we kind of take for granted. But understand, even though you're working, if you have a life-changing event, you end up in the hospital and you can't go back to work, what do you think is going to be the number one thing that's going to stop? Now, it's interesting, a lot of people stop and think about it and don't know what's going to happen. Well, I'll tell you, one first thing that's going to happen, you're going to lose your income because your paycheck's going to stop. Now, depending on what that situation is, what's the second thing that's going to stop? How about your health insurance? Is your employer going to continue to pay for your health insurance, or can they continue to pay your health insurance? That's another thing you have to factor in. But the main thing here is, do you know what your options are? Because there are options, but are they being explained so that you can understand and make an informed decision on your behalf? Because it's not about what somebody else says, because we always take advice from others. They'll say, oh, you got to do this, do this. That's fine. The thing is, what's important to you? Because what's important to you is not as important to someone else. But what is important to you is understanding what your position is and what your purpose is for. So my responsibility to the clients I work with is helping them make an informed decision about their health care. Whether it's buying a health plan on the exchange, whether you're aging into Medicare. There's a lot of things that can happen within making those choices. It's important to sit down with a licensed agent to understand your terms, but also understanding what are you buying? Because there are agents out there, they're not selling an ACA plan. They're not selling, but they're selling it as a health plan, and it's not. The thing is, what do you have? Do you know what you have? When you have a life-change event, do you know what your financial obligation is? So again, my responsibility from this point on is help you navigate through this healthcare system. So that's what I do at this point, and I look forward to having every opportunity. So I want you to tune in to what we have to say. I'm definitely going to have other professionals within the industry, whether it's physicians, medical groups, advanced underwriting, because those are all key factors that people need to understand. Because the more information you have that you can decipher and understand, the better it is for you. The other thing that I take great pride in is helping people navigate even things in life. I realize that we're only given but a moment in time. Any moment in time can change. I say as I wake up every morning, I realize one thing. I got a new day to start. How my day is going to be is determined on what I do, determine my day. I can't determine somebody else's time, but I can determine what I'm going to do with my time. And that's be able to help people like yourself understand what your options are. So I take a four-pronged approach as far as helping people protect themselves and their families financially, because the healthcare system is not going to do it. It's simply money out. If you think about the cost of healthcare and what it costs, understand what the cost is to you. Can you afford it? What do you think our healthcare system is going to be 5 years from now? What is the role of AI? Is AI going to be making decisions on somebody's procedure that might be taking place? As our healthcare system changes, the cost of healthcare continues to go up, at some point, something's going to happen. Now, I do have a sense that one thing I do see in the near future, it's not going to happen in 2026 or 2027, maybe not, but we are going to go to a two-tier healthcare system. Universal healthcare and privatization of health plans. So if you want to buy a private health plan, it's going to be like the days before the Affordable Health Care Act. If you want to buy a health plan, great. You can buy that at any time. The thing is, can you qualify to buy that health plan, and can you afford to buy that health plan? Now, we're all probably familiar with a new phrase called concierge medical services. It's where you can actually see doctors and you pay a monthly fee for that. That's the direction we're also going to be heading into. But what it comes down to is, what are your options? What are your choices? It's important to be able to make an informed decision today and work on what you want to do in the future. I always say it's better to have something than nothing at all. So once again, I want to thank you very much for taking the time to be on this podcast with me. Again, each week as I present these podcasts, my purpose is to be able to provide you with information that you can use to protect you and your family financially. Whether it's health insurance, whether it's Medicare, I'm here to assist you. And I greatly appreciate this opportunity that I have with you. And again, tune in, because this podcast will continue to get better. But I appreciate you being here on my first podcast. Thank you very much.